Hey guys, welcome back. We're playing Scarlet Nexus. I had to restart Streamlabs because there was some audio lag, and I don't think it was coming off in the stream, but it was coming in my ears, and it was really annoying. To recap, we are on Kasane's story, and we're in Phase 8, and we just arrived at... Let's go ahead and do the non-autosave. Because I walked in and started talking to the people. So let's start outside the city. So we're in the city of Togetsu, which is like a religious commune in the mountains that has somehow been supplying, at least a little bit, been supplying Seiron with human heads to feed their human other hybrids. Yeah, so now we're trying to figure out what's going on, like where are they getting all these human heads, because supposedly the population is not that big. Oh, that's much better. Yes. Yeah, okay, no lag. Cool. Supposedly the population is not that big, but this thing is fucking huge. Like, this is crazy. Some kind of weird-ass future city. With love of triangles. Love good triangle. Yes, that's where we are in the story, so let's go ahead and go in. Sorry to hit you with two loading screens right after the other, but I'm going to make sure that we got to see the full cutscene in all its glory. Sanctuary looking up at the moon. Honestly, this reminds me of like a Pokemon stadium or gym.
Lady Kasane, our treasure. You have finally returned.
Returned?
What's going on? Why would I be your treasure?
Holy shit, Togetsu make Kasane? Are they making people? Kasane had that weird dream that might have been a flashback of her kind of like in a vat with like wires hooked up to her, or cables. It may have been part of OSF training, but I'm thinking I didn't catch the return part when I watched this a second ago. In the art treasure thing, I think they made Kasane.
Sure.
That's quite a welcome they're giving you.
I don't know, it's still unsettling. They're like robots.
Shiden, don't be rude. I'm sure it's just their custom.
Either way, this is a pretty excessive reception. You have any idea why they do this?
No. I've never been involved with the Togetsu faith in any way.
You would understandably not remember. However, you are originally from Togetsu.
I'm from here?
Yes. You were born with an incredible power. This drew the interest of New Himuka, and they abducted you.
I don't know what you're up to, but you're lying. My parents were killed by others when I was young. That's why the Randall family took me in.
I understand your disbelief. However, those of us in Togetsu have not forgotten you for even a single day. We stood fast, having faith you would return to us one day.
This is getting us nowhere. We came here to ask questions. Let's scratch the formalities. We want to know about the brains you've been trading to Seiron.
Yes, we must tell you the truth.
That's
However,
nice.
we will share it only with you. I am terribly sorry, but I must ask you to come with us alone.
I don't like that.
No. Whatever you tell me, I'm going to tell them anyway. So why don't you save us the time and just talk to us here?
Kyoka? But your clothes are different, so it's not duplication.
There's another fake Kyoko over here. What's going on? Let me go!
What the hell?
Clones? How is is this happening?
What's going on? Yoka, did you know?
I'm sorry, Kasane.
What the fuck?
This feeling. I felt it before.
What the fuck is going on?
Good night, Kasane. May you have the most pleasant dreams.
Did not see that coming at all. Mom?
Congratulations, Kasane. You're finally awake.
Somehow I got the materials for the weapon.
Kasane? Kasane! Who's calling my name? Look at that. It's a puppy. Isn't that just the cutest thing you've ever seen? I think he's simply adorable. Wouldn't you agree? A puppy? I feel so safe and warm. Do I know this woman? They killed him. The puppy. That's right. I remember.
What the fuck?
We were always together. My beloved friend. They killed him. They killed him right in front of me.
No change. Her power failed to trigger. It seems the pet's death is not a sufficient enough shock.
Please stop. Kasane is just a child. Do you think emotionally torturing her will actually save the future?
The design children were created for that purpose. She is not a failure like you. We need the red strings to reset this mistaken universe and bring about the proper future.
Holy
We
shit.
don't need to reset anything. This world is fine the way it is.
It's Mother. So warm and kind. She always protected me. How could I have forgotten? No, I don't want to remember. This feeling. What is this?
She has been a complete failure. I had thought making her an attendant would at least prove somewhat useful. I guess enough time has passed. We'll use this next.
No.
That's right.
I knew it.
You should feel honored, you failure. You will become the foundation of a new era.
They killed Mother.
I'm sorry, Kasane. Please find happiness.
That's right. That's the day I lost her. The one who raised me. My mother.
So fucked up.
I'm an artificially created psionic?
Holy shit.
This red string's power. My head. Where am I? Was that a dream? No, that wasn't a dream. It was memories of a forgotten past. Where am I?
It's where they
If
killed
they went through the trouble of drugging me... I knew it. They locked me in. Maybe I can break through somewhere. Who's there?
Lady Kasane, I have brought you fresh clothing.
Huh? Hey! What's going on?
Kagura.
Whoa, chill. Don't get your panties in a bunch, Kasane. It's just me, good old Kagero. What kind of princess attacks their Prince Charming when he comes to rescue her?
Your decision to run off just before we entered Togetsu was pretty suspicious. What do you know? Are you planning on betraying us like Kyoka?
If I was going to betray you, I wouldn't be here to rescue you. Why don't you calm down and use your head? I told you you'd regret coming here. Anyway, I'll explain later. This place is bad news. It's way worse than the last time I was here. Also, and I haven't a clue as to why, but it seems like Yuito's here too.
What?
Yuito? That's not good. They're after my red strings, which means they'll probably target him too because he has the same power.
Then I guess we'll have to save him too. This really puts a damper on my plans. Can't believe I have to sneak past their defenses, meet up with Arashi and the others, and also warn Yuito about the danger.
It should be easy for you because
Anyway,
you can turn invisible.
I'm going
right?
to use my power to turn us invisible. They'll figure out you're gone right away, so we don't have much time. Let's go.
Do you know where Yuito is?
We'll know where Yuito, Arashi, and everyone else is if we use Babe.
Babe?
Babe.
It's the city computer that integrates all information in Togetsu. It's like Arahabaki and New Himuka.
Let's check out my brain messages. Can I check my brain messages?
Kasane? Thank God you're okay.
I
I
can't.
can't contact Arashi and the others.
They might be closed in somewhere.
We can unlock all these doors from Babe's terminal. Let's hurry.
No, I can't. Okay. Brain messages. Naomi is fine. We have the Supernatural Life Research Facility under surveillance. Naomi is okay. There hasn't been any change so far. You don't need to worry, Kasane. That's good. Thank you for telling me. Don't worry. I'm always checking in on her. I'll let you know as soon as anything happens to Naomi. Thank you. I mean it, Haruka. I appreciate it. It's like a stealth mission or something? Arashi and Shiden's location. Arashi and Shiden are being held somewhere in Togetsu. I'll contact you exactly as soon as I know exactly where. The place is so big.
Kasane, I found Yuito. You see that door? It leads to the city computer Babe.
We should follow them inside.
Oopsies, it's locked.
Oopsies.
They won't be able to hear us from in there. We'll have to wait until they come out.
Are you serious? Think about what they just did to you. He probably wouldn't be able to answer even if he could hear you.
What do you mean?
Babe is a super top secret facility. They're not just gonna go ahead and let some outsider in so easily. But if they used it as bait... Oh, I see. Those wily bastards.
What is it? Tell me.
I'm thinking that a computer belonging to the city would be fully capable of hijacking any mind that accesses it. That'd be the fastest way for them to get to Yuito's power.
Then we have to break down this door right now.
Whoa, wait a second. We'll be found too. That's probably the worst thing we could do. There's gotta be another way.
I know. I might be able to force a brain talk connection from here.
Can you hear me, Yuito? Yuito! Yuito!
This feels like at SAS.
Yuito! Are your thoughts leaking? Are you trying to connect to Babe?
What is... I can't... My body...
Is his brain really being hijacked like Kagero said? Stop! What you're doing is too dangerous. Cut the connection now! Can you hear me, Yuito?
Kasane? It seems like they were trying to hijack my brain. Thanks for disconnecting me.
He's talking to his team while I'm still connected. I think he's safe now.
Yuito, I forced myself in because I was nearby.
Kasane? You're in Togetsu too? Wait, before that, thanks for saving me.
Instead of thanking me, why don't you help me? Arashi and the others have been captured.
They have?
They're being held in some room, but I don't know which one. Are you in Babe's terminal? I want you to try to unlock all the doors in Togetsu from there.
Okay, I'll try.
Wait, if he unlocks everything...
That's not good.
Alarms!
Guess that was to be expected.
Kasane. Kasane? Arashi? Good. I can finally get through to you.
Seems like you're okay.
I'm glad you're okay too, Shiden. Let's rendezvous. I know where you are, so just wait for me to get there.
Hey, I'm not some kind of lost child.
I'll take care of the lost little boy. Hurry up and get us.
What is going on? The one thing that's not a triangle. Or a circle, I guess.
Looks like you two aren't hurt.
Of course not. I was more worried about you, but it looks like you're fine.
Thanks to Kagero. I'd still be locked up if it wasn't for him.
I guess it means your shady lone wolf nature came in handy.
Guess so. Now, as much as I'd love to stick around for this touching, heartwarming reunion, time is of the essence here.
You're right. We should try to escape in all this confusion.
What's all that commotion anyway? Is that because of us?
It's Yuito Platoon. I don't know what they're doing, but they're in Togetsu too. We were able to save you thanks to them, though.
And I'd like to thank them. But I guess I can't unless we get out of here.
I don't know why the music is like so hyped up. Like I'm ready for battles, but nothing is really happening. You're just walking around in stealth mode. Maybe there are battles for Yuito because he can't be invisible. So what's going on with Kyoka? Wait, did we just leave? We're just leaving Kyoka?
I always thought Kyoka even was so innocent and didn't have a dishonest bone in her body.
I can't believe she's a Togetsu spy. You didn't meet her before, Kagero? No, never. Residents of Togetsu almost never communicate with each other.
That's so weird. How does this grow back up around us? Is this a different way in? No, this is definitely the same path. I mean, we'll see if we pass.
There's a resource reading near here. You should check it out.
SAS for feeling drink. Not necessary. Where? How many SAS for feeling drink? 7? That's pretty good.
Good. We managed to break it. We'll be able to go forward now.
Yup. Phew, looks like we made it out. Man, my invisibility power really saved the day.
Yeah, pat yourself on the back
I'll
some more.
admit that invisibility is useful, but doesn't it make you uneasy to have nobody notice you?
Right? You totally get me. That's why I like to shout after I use my power.
Damn you and your impulses. We're still in enemy territory. What if someone finds us?
Damn you and
No
your
need to
impulses.
worry about that. They've already found us. Right, Kyoka?
You look
So
so good in
you
the white.
noticed me. What are you doing here, Kyoka? I was already on alert when Kagero disappeared. Unfortunately, an unexpected visitor caused me to fall behind. I can't let you leave. We need you to reset this mistaken universe.
Here she comes. Get ready.
Wait a second. Explain what's going on.
Right. Why did you betray us?
It was all to undo past mistakes. That's why we need you, Kasane.
Not bad.
Cool demeanor. Just like the Kyoka I met so long ago. My mission always comes first. Where there's light, there's hope.
Do I need to destroy these?
It's a lightsaber. I underestimate you. I underestimate you. Move! Your mouth dry. I have to do something.
Watch yourself.
I underestimate Why? Focus. Back off. Here. I underestimate you. I underestimate you. I underestimate you. I have to do something. That was close.
I just need to focus on the real Kyoka.
I'm not done yet. Can you take it? I underestimated you.
She's got free drive shit. Oh, come on, revive me, please. I'm so close.
We still need your help.
Yes.
Thanks. Sorry for the trouble.
Help me, Kagero.
You're mine. No! Please, Kyoka!
There we go.
Please snap out of it! No! Kyoka!
There's too much stress on her brain.
Stop! This is not... I don't know these theories. These memories aren't mine. I'm not Pope!
Pope?
What are you talking about?
Have your memories been manipulated?
I wouldn't put something like that past Togetsu.
Kyoka, you have to remember, you're Kyoka Eden, our teammate.
I'm not sure that's going to work. If what I think happened really did, Kyoka's consciousness is the one that got tacked on after.
Oh, shit.
I don't know how much you know, but she's trying to fight whatever they did to her memory. If you can do something, help her.
You want to help her even though she's a Togetsu spy?
Oh, stuff it, Kagero. I want to get my teammate back.
Yeah.
Kyoka. No. Major Kyoka. I'm losing sight of who I am as well. But so many memories are helping me piece myself together as Kasane Randall. One of those memories is you welcoming me into Kyoka Platoon. You're Kyoka Eden. You're the commander who made me who I am.
Aww.
Kasane! Everyone!
Are you okay?
Sorry. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused you.
Kyoka, I'm so relieved. You're back.
Not so fast. As much as I'd like that to be true, she could just be pretending.
Arashi! I thought you wanted to bring Kyoka back!
Sorry, but I'm not an idealist posing as a realist like you. I'm skeptical precisely because I want her back.
Yes. You're right to be skeptical. I really am a spy for Togetsu.
Since when? How long have you been deceiving us?
She's a sleeper agent?
Since the beginning. I'm a Togetsu spy sent in to infiltrate Suo. We needed to awaken Kasane's power in order to fulfill Togetsu's agenda. My orders were to secretly protect Kasane, help her grow, and then lead her back to Togetsu once her red string's power was awakened.
I see.
If you're planning on putting your espionage behind you, then I want you to tell me something. Who is Pope? Does it have to do with the way you acted?
I have the memories of Dr. Hitoyo Pope, the neuroscience expert and founder of the Togetsu faith.
Okay.
I used to be Dr. Pope herself a long time ago. But as I spent my years as Kyoka, Kyoka's memories began to build on each other, and they continued to grow stronger every day. It was only a matter of time before her personality took hold. Kasane, I didn't protect you because I was ordered to by Togetsu. I loved you. I loved you and everyone else on the team. Honestly, I loved everything about my life as Kyoka Eden. I knew this day would come, but I prayed so hard that it wouldn't. I had always hoped that your red string's power would never awaken. Not that you would believe me.
Whether we believe you isn't important. What do you want to do?
What?
Arashi said you should only answer if you thought you're done being a spy. And you did. Are you planning on going back to Togetsu and spy for them again?
What is it that you want to do? You still haven't told us yet.
I am one of the design children.
Oh.
A clone that was created to carry out my mission. That was all I was required to think about. Failure means death. That used to be everything to the old me. But now it's different. Now, I have something I want to do. I can't be sure how much I can hold back Pope's consciousness. There's no guarantee that I'll be able to suppress it. So, being with me might put everyone in danger. I know what I did is unforgivable, and that I'm in no position to ask you for anything, but... this is where I want to be, with all of you.
Aww.
I want to protect Kasane. I want to protect all of you, because you gave my life meaning.
I believe you. I couldn't imagine that the warmth and kindness I've witnessed from you were all lies. You may be a little nosy from time to time, but that's just who you are.
Yeah, that's the Kyoka I know. If that was an act, then we deserve to be tricked. And don't worry, if this Pope ever does come out, I'll put you out of your misery. You can be assured of that.
So basically, you're saying you'll kill her if she betrays us. That's kind of scary.
It's nice you could joke about it. But unlike Kyoka, who told us everything, you haven't done anything to earn our trust.
Ouch, that hurts. You know, I'm the one who saved Kasane. Look, we can talk about me once we get out of here. I'm guessing they'll send more people after us when they realize Kyoka is missing.
That's true. Well, let's hurry then. Come on, Kyoka. You too. Nobody here objects, so obviously you're coming. Thank you, all of you. I wonder
she's
why I'm
back to
so
wearing white.
obsessed with the term design children. I'll have to ask about it again later.
Are all of their clothings just illusions? Like visions? From Kyoka, it wasn't poison you were shot with. The drug I just gave you was something that clouds the mind. It's the same drug they were giving you when you were in Togetsu. That doesn't mean I can tell you not to worry about it. I'm really sorry. My time in Togetsu is slowly coming back to me. You don't need to apologize anymore. Let's start thinking about what we need to do next.
I'm sorry I made you worry too, Haruka. That's okay. All I could do was watch, but I'm glad you came back. Welcome home.
Yeah, this is the same way. Oh, that's so cool. Are those all buildings just like that? I thought Togetsu was not supposed to be that many people. Thanks, Koji. How's it going, man? You just missed some big, plot developments.
Kasane, I'm getting multiple human readings some distance away. I believe it's Yuito platoon.
Okay. Do you want me to catch you up on the story? What was the last thing you remember? I don't think the woman is a spy. Yes. For Togetsu, which is a religious kind of autonomy, big-breasted woman. Mom. She's pretty much mom. Kyoka. She was the leader of the platoon. Now Kasane is leader of the platoon. Okay, so Togetsu was supplying Seiron, the people who were helping or holding, not necessarily helping, holding Naomi, and they were supplying Seiron with human heads for the people who have turned into others to eat, because others eat brains like zombies. So we went to Togetsu, and Kyoka did like a sleeper agent type deal where like she just hit me with like a tranquilizer, and clones of her started like showing up and like spirited everybody away. And then Kasane had a flashback of how she was made. She's one of what's called design children. She was made by the people in Togetsu to use her red strings power, or the power to move through time, to fix the quote-unquote mistaken future and bring us back to the true reality, in their words, I think. So they created Kasane and her mother and did horrible shit like giving her a puppy and then killing it right in front of her. So she was like because her red string powers only activate when she goes through like an emotional shock. So they killed her puppy, saw that didn't work, and then while she was still a child, they just was like, they went to her mother and was like, you were a failure of a design child. at least you could be useful with this, and killed her mother right in front of her. And in some way or form, the Randall family, who are her adoptive parents, kidnapped her. According to the people of Togetsu, she was kidnapped from Togetsu and into Suo and given to the Randall family, or the Randall family is the one that kidnapped her. I'm not really sure. And so, yeah. It's crazy. Crazy plot, absolutely.
Copy that. Seems like they made it out too. Would be nice if we could exchange information with them.
And for some reason, Yuito was there. Maybe they found out that the truck of human heads came from Togetsu, but we'll play Yuito's part later.
Yuito, can you and your platoon hear me?
Kasane! Oh, I'm glad you're okay.
Are you near us? Yes, but we're closer to Togetsu than you, and we're still running. Let me make a suggestion. You learned something in there, right? Why don't we exchange intel? And we have a lot to talk about.
Okay. I was thinking the same thing.
Good, that settles it.
We'll be waiting halfway up Hino Mountain.
Roger that. See you then.
If we're exchanging information, what are we gonna tell them about Kyoka?
I think we should tell them the truth. I just feel we'll regret it later if we try to hide it. Besides, there's something about Togetsu I haven't been able to tell you yet. But let's wait until we meet up with Yuito and his team.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious to know what it is. But yeah, it'll be more efficient to hear it then.
Well, let's head their way then.
I kind of hope they don't just exchange all the intel they know, because I want to know what goes on in Yuito's story. Like, I kind of want everything to be a
There are
surprise.
resource readings in the area. I'll leave the pickup to you. Good. We managed to break it. We'll be able to go forward now.
What's over here? Oh, that's not something very good.
This is pretty good.
Cool. Yes, medium jelly. Now I have 2. I should have bought more at the save guy. Oh, fuck.
If we use duplication correctly... Kasane! SAS!
For you, Kasane.
It's working! Focus on that spot! The enemy is attacking with electricity. You'll be shocked and unable to move if it hits you. That other attacks with explosions. It's dangerous to get close. If your body catches fire, it's gonna keep hurting you. Be careful. Let's use Arashi's hypervelocity. Keep your guard. Looks like
Yeah,
it dropped
I hate
something.
those things. Oh, this would kill the dude I was fighting. I'm sure they kept that in mind. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, you're never sure in
What, is it a late
JRPGs.
growth spurt? It should be a crime to be this strong.
I only have 74 health. Holy shit. Let's use some actually.
That was close.
Why was my thing not beeping as like in the red? That was so weird. Plug-in parallelization program, H. Nice. That increases one of the equip slots for plugins. I don't know what program H does. I'm assuming it does the same thing. Oh, this is awesome. Check this out.
Let's fly. Keep your guard up. It's over. Next.
Turn around.
Now. Keep your guard
Your
up.
finisher was good, Kasane.
I'll kill you.
That was badass. Some of these are so fun. Let's buy some medium jellies. I have so much money. I have not used it barely at all. Oh crap.
Stun the enemy that's soaked in water with electrokinesis. The attack hit the enemy's outer shell. You might be able to break it.
Oh, how many of them are there? God damn.
Choka's duplication should be useful.
Use it well. Give it to me, Arashi.
Kagero's invisibility would be useful. Am I better?
Somehow I leveled up. That works.
Ouch. Bad.
I feel like my procrastination
Useless. Checkmate.
level increased too.
Still more?
Out of the way. Next.
Hell yeah. Oh, come on.
Too slow.
Let me kill you.
I'll crush you in my field. I'll track you down and kill you.
Too slow.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Let's go ahead and save. It's been a while since we saved. I'm gonna grab myself a drink real quick. I'll be right back. Not drank this time, but just regular drink. I don't know, I'm kind of of two minds about it. Whether or not they're going to reveal everything. Like, one, yes, they want you to play both storylines. But two, they might also have made the design choice to make it fulfilling and to make you get the full story if you only want to play one storyline. So, I don't know. Are they satisfied with a 20-some-odd hour game? Or do they want to shoot for the 40 hours where you play with both storylines? Like, I can see like both sides when it comes to game design. But it is a Japanese company. They usually want you to wring out every, like from what I noticed about Japanese games, like they usually want you to wring out everything that you can from the story and the game. So I would feel like they would make the design decision to make you really want to play both stories. If it was an American game, I can see it like them being like, I want it to be fulfilling if you only play one storyline.
It's Yuito platoon. Let's go.
Kasane, looks like all of you made it out okay.
I was able to rescue them thanks to your help.
I should be thanking you. I would have been taken over by Babe if you hadn't been there.
Hey, Kasane. You're not going to try and kill Yuito again, are you?
Probably.
I already told you. She was the one that saved me.
I know. But I want to hear her say it.
You have all the right in the world to doubt me. In fact, I don't blame you for it either. Yes, I think it's best to talk for now. We should talk and find a better solution, rather than just forging ahead on assumptions. It took me too long to come to this decision, and I apologize for that.
Something's different about you. Can you tell me what happened? Why did you try to kill me?
He's so happy.
I know this will sound
Naive.
ridiculous, but please hear me out.
So my power affected the Kunad Gate.
So you knew.
Yeah. I didn't want to believe it, but it's true. So, the me in the future... I guess I just wasn't able to end it myself. How lame.
That's not true.
It's kind of lame.
You in that time was great. And you right now is special too.
I have to admit, I never thought you'd be complimenting me. Thanks. That makes me feel a little better. I'm proud I have the same power as you.
How does he have the same power as her if he wasn't... Was he created? Maybe the Sumeragi from the past had this power. It was able to create a country because he was able to see into the future? Maybe? And maybe it's something that's like passed down through generations and Kagetsu wanted to replicate that? Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
That reminds me. How is your brain doing? Has it settled down at all?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm getting by. I told you not to worry.
And this might be weird for somebody who is not affected by mental health all that much. Not that you aren't, but like, it's definitely a thing I've noticed in the mental health community is that when you become sick or you develop symptoms, I have to turn off my alarm. Once you develop symptoms, you start to divorce your mind from your body as two separate entities. Like, I know that my mind is very capable. It's really good at schoolwork, and like putting pieces together, and I'm usually very smart, but my brain is broken in ways that I don't quite understand. And so, like, okay, so you understand. I'm thinking from, like, other people might not get that, because I've had those conversations before where I talk about my brain as something that's separate from me, even though we are all just brains with a meat sack around it. You know what I mean? Yeah, so this might be come up weird to people who are like just thought of themselves as one whole person, you know? It's kind of like the same separation that religious people have between the body and the soul. It's an Asian thing to accept it that way. Oh, interesting. It's definitely, I don't think it's a very Western way of thinking. I think a Western way of thinking is trying to think of yourself as one whole. Possibly, if you're religious, have a soul, which is non-definable by definition. But the brain is absolutely, it's gray matter. Brain is substance. And so it's kind of hard to, I think from a Western side, separate that from yourself. So yeah, that's cool that East Asian people like feel that way. That's really awesome. That was hard for me to accept when I first developed symptoms, that there's a part of me that's inherently a part of me, like my brain, obviously, and my neurons are affecting me in a way that's out of my control. So they feel like they're separate than who I am, even though they're technically not. And the religion I grew up with is that our bodies are borrowed, as we should take care of it. Oh, okay. In classic Christianity, Jesus refers to the body as a temple. Or, I don't know if it's Jesus or if it's John in one of his letters. But refers to the body as a temple for the soul. And you should take care of it that way. So I think it's kind of... The soul is much more nebulous than saying, like, your brain being separate from your body. Or from your mind, I should say. Your brain is separate from your mind. Well, that's cool. Did you grow up with Shinto? That's a really cool way to look at it, that they're borrowed. Like, they came from another person, and they will return to the earth eventually. You know what I mean? That's a really cool way of looking at it. And, I mean, I guess Western religion has that same thing, like, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I don't know if you've heard that.
Liar. He's trying to keep us from worrying, just like Naomi.
All right, we should exchange intel.
Then first and foremost, we got some questions, especially about Kyoka.
Yes, of course you would.
Kyoka, are you one of the design children from Togetsu?
Yes, I'm a clone made in Togetsu. My genes come from the founder of the Togetsu faith, Dr. Hitoyo Pope. The city is filled with chosen psionics, designed from the same genetic data as me. We are the children of Togetsu. Again, this term design children. I know I've heard it somewhere before. It was when I regained a memory of Mother. Yes, she said I was made.
I see. I guess that's why Kyoka and Dr. Pope look the same. We were shocked when we saw Dr. Pope's vision in the Togetsu facility.
I hate to ask this, but if she was one of the Togetsu followers...
Yes, Kyoka was a spy. She was spying on Kasane. But that's not the case anymore.
They are kind of sharing plot-heavy... I hope... Okay. I'm glad I did Kasane's stuff first. If they're going to drop the fact that Kyoka was a spy. Because that came out of such left field for me. Yeah.
She decided to live as one of us. I vouch for Kyoka. She's definitely not our enemy.
Yeah, I believe you.
What? That was fast.
The way Kasane looks at Kyoka is proof enough. Though, that's kind of an embarrassing way to put it. Honestly, I don't know much about Kyoka, so I can't really make this decision myself. But I do know Kasane. I wanted to talk to her to decide what to do, and I thought it was best to trust her.
That was a cool transition.
If I trust Kasane, then I trust the people she does.
Shiden, there's no need to get so riled up. You know very well this is the kind of person Yuito is.
Yeah, I just remembered how stupid he is.
Hey, Kasane. If Kyoka is one of the design children, does that mean you are too?
What? What are you talking about?
In Togetsu, we saw design children with the same face as Kasane's.
Yes, I probably am.
That's a weird way to say it. This is the first I've heard of this. Care to extrapolate?
I remembered a little from when I was a child in Togetsu. I remembered Mother. From what I recall, I was told I was one of the design children. It only just came back to me, so it doesn't feel real. That's why I said it like that.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. It must be a painful memory for you. You look so sad. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked.
You're very kind, Hanabi. But of course you should have asked. Don't worry about it. And thank you.
I'm really hoping the scene plays out differently in Yuito's story, and they just don't divulge all of the spoilers from Kasane's story in this one scene. That would be very depressing.
You're so nice to her, Kasane.
Really? I wasn't trying to be. Anyway, is there anything else you wanted to ask about?
Yeah, there is. If you know anything about humans coming from the moon, I'm hoping you can tell me more about it.
What?
Huh? Did you hit your head or something?
Oh, so you guys don't know about this?
What?
What he said is true? Yes.
All right. I guess we should explain what we've been told.
Are we on the moon? Like Earth's moon? The extinction belt is in the stratosphere. So we haven't been able to see the sky. When... Is that why Seiron wants to keep the extinction belt? Because they know if it disappears, we'll see the Earth? Holy shit, okay.
Who should I talk to first?
I don't know. I get, Luca? I guess? I don't really want to talk to any of them. I don't want to know any of this.
The people who colonized the moon began a major cleanup effort to save the polluted Earth and make it habitable again. They spent nearly 1,000 years on the project.
It may be hard to believe, but apparently our ancestors moved here from the moon 2,000 years ago.
Apparently, human beings colonized the moon over 3,000 years ago because the Earth's environment wasn't livable anymore.
So we are on the Earth.
It's so long ago, it feels like a fairy tale.
The first colonists from the moon were led by Yakumo Sumeragi. What they established on Earth later became known as New Himuka. It's hard to believe, I know.
It was after the first colonists from the moon arrived on Earth that the extinction belt suddenly appeared. Because of its appearance, they were no longer able to contact the government on the moon.
Okay, so we are on the Earth.
I guess it's safe to assume that there are people on the moon too?
Okay, I had it kind of twisted, but yeah, kind of the same idea.
We learned all of this after looking through Togetsu's archive, so I honestly don't know if we should really believe all of it.
But if you were a Togetsu spy, Kyoka, you would know if this is true or not.
Yes, that's indeed what we were taught. But if that was also part of the conspiracy, then...
Actually, no. It's true. It's all for real.
What do you mean, Kagura?
Tsugumi, don't look at me like that. I can't stand it when you look at me like that.
Kaguro, there's a lot I want to ask you. But for now, tell us about history as Togetsu sees it. Do all Togetsu believers know this?
Right, about that. The faith. That's all a lie. Just a way to get Togetsu independence. Besides, the place is mostly made up of design children.
I must say, it didn't look like a religious establishment to me. So does that mean that you are one of the design children as well, Kagero?
Now, I said mostly, didn't I? I'm a colonist from the moon.
Get real. Even if there actually were colonists from the moon, that would have been 2,000 years ago.
Cold sleep.
Yes, exactly. A few dozen colonists are being kept in cold sleep in a Togetsu facility. They wake us up in turns to check on the state of the Earth, and then we're supposed to contact the moon.
Hold on. Does that mean you're from the same generation as Yakumo?
Look, I don't expect you to believe me right away or anything, but it's the truth. The people of New Himuka wanted to live on Earth, so those that wanted to return to the moon made Togetsu. Togetsu doesn't care about New Himuka or Seiran. They're an egotistical lot that wants to return to the moon instead of living on this crappy, other-filled planet. But as long as the extinction belt is there, they can't go back. Not only that, there's news that others are attacking the moon too.
How did they get news?
So they got to thinking, what can they do to save their homeland and escape Earth? They need to make it so the colonization never even happened in the first place.
The red strings. The time travel power.
I see. They want to go back in time and negate it all from ever happening. But wouldn't humanity eventually attempt to colonize Earth again and repeat this history?
To be precise, the plan is to only take the moon and Earth back in time with a few exceptions.
Is that even possible? Taking only a portion of the universe back in time?
They believe the red strings can do it. They plan to leave records of this timeline's history in the areas that were not taken back in time, so future generations won't attempt to colonize Earth again.
Hang on. I'm getting confused. That's so outrageous. I don't know how to take it all in.
But you can only take a few people at a time with you through time. Sorry to use time twice. And then they return after just a little while. Like, when they visited 50 years in the future, Kyoka and I think it was Arashi went back in time after a while. So how would they... Do they not know that stipulation?
Whether you want to believe it or not, Togetsu actually managed to create the red strings to carry out their plan. Kasane is the result of that, although it's pretty strange how Yuito has a similar power.
Let's suppose everything he said is true. That means this isn't really the time to be squabbling over New Himuka or Seiran. If Togetsu were to get what they're after, then none of us would have ever existed.
No, that's not right. We can't let them succeed. We're all here trying to survive.
Kagero, why would someone at the center of Togetsu's plan reveal all this to us? Can we assume that you are planning to abandon them as well?
Ruining their plan is something I've been working towards since the beginning. That's why I joined them, to get in the way.
That sounds great and all, but how are we supposed to believe you?
You don't have to.
Goggles.
If you've got a problem with me, I'll walk. But whatever happens, I'm not going to sit back and let them get away with erasing this history. I left my family on the moon. I won't let them take her existence, too.
Kagero means it. I can tell. It's been a long time since I've seen him like this. So please, trust him.
Tsugumi.
Tsugumi knows Kagero best. I think we can trust her judgment. Besides, I have a feeling you trust him already.
Yeah. If Tsugumi trusts him, then I trust him too.
And if Yuito does, then I do too. Of course, I'll kill him if he betrays us.
Of course. I keep making fun of them for being naive, but that's what ends up saving me.
If we're going to believe Kagero, then we have to believe all of the history about the colonists from the moon too. And then figure out what we can do knowing that.
We're stopping Togetsu's plan. That's all we can do. But it's too much for us to handle alone. We need someone who can move nations.
Are you going to ask New Himuka for help? We're fugitives there.
Even so, we have to. That doesn't mean I forgive them for the things they're doing, though. If they know what Togetsu is trying to do, they might realize their terrible actions are all in vain.
What if we asked Seiran for help? If they know about the Togetsu threat, they might realize that New Himuka isn't who they should be fighting.
I wonder. As far as I know, both New Himuka and Seiran should have a clear understanding about the moon colonists and their history. On top of that, they're both scheming to survive.
At least it's better than nothing. I don't want to just sit here and wait to be erased.
Indeed. So, we should split up and give it a shot?
Yes, let's do that. Yuito, you go to New Himuka.
And you go try explaining things to Seiran. Now we're finally after the same thing.
Let's do our best.
So, a little from column A, a little from column B. They didn't reveal, like, everything that happened in their story, but they did reveal the big plot twist of Yuito's story. Finding Kasane clones and the fact that we came from the moon. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see in Yuito's storyline how much there's still left to discover. That's disappointing. I wish they'd never came together and shared intel. It just would have been very interesting to have two very different endings. I don't know. We can still see. There might still be a lot more game left. We'll see.
What an exhausting day. Way too much happened.
You don't get to say that! At least you already knew about the moon and Togetsu's plan.
I'm sorry.
Look, let's not start pointing fingers. We should sit down and try to process what we learned.
I agree. We've been in the dark all this time, but not anymore.
That's right. What we need to focus on now is stopping Togetsu. Kyoka, Kagero, you both alright with that?
Yes, of course. This is what I want. To be with all of you.
Aw, Mom.
So wait, you decided to trust me? Shiden, you're so sweet.
You're making me regret it talking like that.
Are you blushing?
Dang it, you caught me. You know, kids wouldn't talk to adults like that back in my day. I swear I'll never betray you. If I did, these last 2,000 years would be for nothing.
Then let's head out for Seiran after we get some rest.
Stand by Phase 8. See who we can have Bond episodes with.
I'm glad Yuito trusted us.
He's such a kid, though. I can't tell if he's honest, a sucker, or just too nice.
Yes, you're right. But that might be what makes him strong.
I don't know. I'm assuming so because we just got all Max Jelly in the shop. So I'm thinking there's not much game left. Like, we're in the end game now. You know what I mean? What do I need for all Max Jelly? Actually, not all that much. I still need pause type suppression plus. Oh, what did I just do? Sort by added to wishlist, sort by type. Okay, interesting. That I can go ahead and make. That I can make. I got the Sabat type suppression plus. I need pause type suppression for that. I'm probably gonna buy it. Oh, Power Enhance Mark 5. Cool. So Force Field, let's give her Power Enhance Mark 5. Weapon attack specialization? Second, plus 10 weapon attack, minus 10 PK attack. Interesting. Or the opposite. Specialized Crush. Oh, interesting. I still need to make 100 visual things. I looked at the trophies, and it's something I need to do. So I might have to farm that. I need pause type suppression. Well, sucks that pause are only found in one place, so it's gonna be fucking hard to farm those. Okay. Ogre horn. Okay. What does ogre horn look like? I like it. Oh, let's give him a unicorn horn. Yes. Okay. He can still have the backpack and the just stupid unicorn horn. Because fuck Sheetan. Dual ogre horn. Oh, I don't have that. Tinfoil hat? Oh my god. Oh, ogre. Okay. What do you think, Koji? Ogre horn, tinfoil hat, or go back to the Baki mask? How should we fuck with Sheetan? Tinfoil? Okay. I can make a Baki head. Yay! Now what does this look like? What is cyber goggles? Man, great. We could just put a big old, like, fuck you on top. I like seeing his face. Should we give him animal paws instead of the hugging Baki? There's like blood transfusion bottles, like, or just like milk, kind of glitching out. Oh, yes. I can't do it. We still have to see his face. There is a, I believe there is a trophy for having all of your characters wear Baki heads, so. Let's give him a backpack that matches the one on his side. Okay, that's all I can make right now. Presents. Probably should have looked for that before. Legend of the Light on the Black Hill. Okay. Yeah, we can definitely make that. Old PC. She would love that. Ooh, I don't have... Oh, base pause analysis. Fuck. I'm gonna have to farm those. Because there's a trophy for getting all of the printed photo stand. Yes. Program H. Usually perks can only use one. Installing this program increases the number of plugins you can use by one. The same properties as program B. Base pause analysis, pause type suppression. Okay. Alright, I need base pause analysis. Analyses.
You don't remember being in Togetsu at all, Kasane? No. I only remember bits and pieces. Did you know me then? No, I didn't. I'm sorry I didn't tell you anything.
Do you really think Sarah's top brass are gonna listen?
You look so relieved, Major. Your beauty just shines through.
There's a weight off my chest now that I told you everything. What about you?
Me? Can't you tell? I'm so refreshed from talking that I'm 50% more fresh-faced.
I see.
I was about to make a joke about how she still has a weight on her chest, but I'm not gonna go there.
Hey, Kasane, you free right now?
I guess so. What is it this time?
You remember my promise from before, right? A fun and exciting date with your one and only Daddy Kagero.
Oh, dude.
You're not my father, and I'm not interested in a date.
What? You told me the last one was super boring. You shattered my fragile heart into itty-bitty pieces.
You're still bothered by that? Fine, I'll say it was fun.
No.
Just so you know, I'm not saying ew because he might have a DDLG kink. If you don't know what DDLG is, Daddy Dom Little Girl. There's also DMLB, which is, or no, DDLB, which is just Daddy Dom Little Boy, or I don't know what Mom Dom is. It might be MDLG, MDLB, but I'm not sure. I've experimented with DDLG in the past. I think I've been pretty open with that. But like just saying it out loud and like kind of just calling yourself daddy to somebody who's not receptive to that idea is why I was saying ew, just so you know.
No, that's not what I mean. I want to make up for it. Besides, you know how I hid my past? I wanted to apologize for that. So this is like a second chance coupled with an apology.
The apology is fine, but I don't know why it has to be with a date.
It's like my dream, I guess? Just say yes, please. Let me show you a good time you won't forget.
Are you working today, Koji? Yeah, still working? Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to actually have a mental day off or not.
So, how was it? The dining experience at Baki's Cafe is supposed to be very popular with high school girls.
I think Naomi and Yuito would have enjoyed it more, but it was fun. No complaints here.
Next up is dessert. I'll get you anything you want. Cake? Parfait, maybe?
What is it with Japanese people and parfait? I don't know how to have one. But Japanese people fucking love parfait. And I don't get it. Like, it's good. It's alright. It's yogurt in layers. But it's not what I think of when I think of dessert. Like, oh, God, I want fucking parfait. It is a light dessert. That's a good point. It's like kind of healthy for dessert as desserts go. And it's like mostly fruit. I guess more Japanese like cuisine is all about having something light. And Southern/American cuisine is all about having something heavy. So when we think of dessert, we think of something like destroyed in chocolate or something, you know? And maybe they think of something more airy and more you can walk around with. Western cultures usually want to like make their stomach a brick so they can just sit down and relax for a while. You think that's it? Okay.
I'm fine with just tea.
I figured you'd say that. Already got a cup.
Wait, when did you... Oh, you used your invisibility power. That's an interesting use for it.
You can't just reveal my secret like that. Even if you know how it's done, it's more fun when you pretend you don't.
I'd rather starve than to gorge? Oh, wow. I am so much the opposite. I love the feeling of feeling full. To the point of, like, well, that's why I binge eat so much. Or, I used to. I'm trying. It's still hard to, like, unlearn some of those feelings. But, like, yeah. Oh. Yeah, to each their own. But that probably is a very good reason why you have stayed fit and I have not. Because I love the feeling of being full. It makes me feel satisfied and warm, and it, I guess, reminds me of childhood where there was like always food and like I don't know. Yeah.
Like this. I grew this flower from a seed. The flower symbolizes hidden kindness. A perfect match for you.
Yeah, they're nice feelings, but they get hijacked by unhealthy habits. So it's hard to check what's a nice feeling and what is, detrimental to both my health and my mental well-being. Like when I visit my parents, I don't hold back. Like they go out and get Chinese food and I eat all of it. I think for me it comes from my parents not making me waste anything, so if I don't finish something I'm forced to eat it. And fuck that. Yeah, that's a bad feeling. My parents never forced me to eat anything. They do kind of look down on my sister, not because she doesn't eat everything, but because she actively wastes food. Like, she'll put more on her plate than she plans on eating. And so I kind of grew up with that mentality, is like, make sure there's enough for everybody. But eat to your heart's content kind of deal. And a way to make the cook happy, which is usually my dad, was to kind of binge on it. So it was kind of this really bad positive feedback loop of like, yeah, I got those warm fuzzy feelings from binging, but I also like please my dad in some way. Yeah, it's a weird double standard. Like my mom and I talked about this just like this week when we talked together about Melissa's eating habits. Sorry, I shouldn't say her name. My sister's eating habits. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a different upbringing than you, Koji. And even though they force you to eat stuff, like I kind of wish I had more of that mentality that you have, where you don't like the feeling of being stuffed. That would make taking control of my health much easier.
So, what do you think so far?
Well, you seem to be following the standard dating norms I read in magazines, but they all have a nice Kagero twist. However, something's bothering me. You've gone through a lot of effort just to make up for lying.
You're either really perceptive or overly distrusting. But yeah, I guess it's time I tell you. The truth is, I tried to assassinate you back in the day, so that's kind of included in this apology.
What?
Assassinate?
From the looks of it, you haven't realized it at all. Guess that means I still got it. Fortunately, I didn't have to go through with it, but I was waiting for the right opportunity. Like trying to be alone with you.
As the one you were targeting, I believe I have a right to know why.
It was to stop Togetsu's plan. Their plan hinged on your power, so I thought that killing you might be the best option left for me. Of course, now that you've decided not to support them, I've got no reason to hurt you. You can trust me on that.
Well, I don't doubt that, but I'm still not satisfied.
What, really? I guess this wouldn't be enough to make up for trying to kill you. I could do something even...
No.
It's not that. It's just... killing someone. Is it that easy for you to do? I don't understand how you could make that decision so easily. Even if it is to achieve your goal. There's no way I could do that.
I see what you're saying. That makes sense. I mean, it's not like I don't value life or anything like that. But yeah, if I seem cynical about it, it's probably because I don't feel like I'm very alive, I guess you could say. I'm like a ghost from the past, existing in a time when his family and everyone he knew is long gone.
Your family. You mentioned you left them on the moon.
Yeah, I had a wife and daughter.
Whoa.
My daughter was simply the cutest. You'd be surprised she was related to me. She didn't have a bad bone in her body. I loved her dearly and she meant so much to me. But in the end, I couldn't do anything for her as a father. What's even more sad is that I've got no idea what kind of person she grew up to be. I mean, really, could I be a worse father? That's why, at the very least, I want to protect the life she lived. I'll do whatever it takes, even if it means turning against my homeland. I might even kill if it comes down to it. How about we leave this off here? I think you've heard enough.
He still hasn't explained why he killed the chairman, Sumeragi. If it wasn't Togetsu ordering him to do it, then who was it?
All right.
So, what did you think of Daddy Kagero's date? Pretty awesome, right?
Yes, I would say it was worthwhile. I think I learned a little about who you are.
Ah, you finally realized what a wonderful, charming person I am. Oh, I'm such a heartbreaker.
Although, I still don't know how serious you are because you always joke around.
You know, I don't really know either.
Huh?
Just kidding. Sorry to make you help me fulfill my dreams today. See you later.
I wonder what he meant by that. I feel like I got to know him a little better, but trying to understand other people isn't that easy.
That was cool. We got to learn a lot more about Kagero, how he... Okay, so... Isn't he still taking... I just saw the tinfoil hat on Sheehan. Okay, since he's been taking the anti-aging drugs, was he still... I guess, I mean, you're past puberty. I guess you're past puberty when you start taking the anti-aging drugs, but I didn't think about them having children while they're still effectively 16. It's just kind of weird. If there's someone you like, there's some Kagero kids these days, if there's someone you liked, Kasane, where would you want to take them on a date? I want to know what kind of dates these kids these days go on. You're definitely asking the wrong person. I've never been on a date, and I don't plan to. Just thinking about it is a waste of time. Kagero. It's very you, Kasane, but it's not as wasteful as you think. Thinking you want to bring someone here? When you're thinking of that person, it's like they're right there in front of you. I guess that's something you don't understand, Kasane. Huh? I don't understand what you mean by that. I'm going to save. I need to go walk the dog and do some errands real quick. So that's going to be it for right now. I just wanted to jump into the game and see what the whole Togetsu storyline was. This is a very interesting playthrough. I will be back in probably like an hour or so. I want to shout out to my patron, Koji Likes Beer, as always, and to my wonderful followers and subs. Thank you guys so much. I would not do this without you guys. Thank you. And I will see you in just a bit. Bye, guys.